What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Styles Exchange for the final episode of the virtual podcast until we meet. Obviously, we're still going to do a virtual podcast a lot, but this is the final virtual podcast until we meet. The next time you guys hear a Styles Exchange podcast, Mike and I will be in the same room recording, which is bizarre. And that's pretty much what we're here to talk about today. Star Wars Celebration. As the time of this episode comes out, we are 3 days away. 3 days. How insane is that? It is going to be crazy. We've got Obi-Wan on top of that. Mike and I have got so much planned, but Mike, how are you today on this joyous
I'm
Sunday night?
I'm so pumped. I know we're recording a bit early, but I'm so pumped to meet you. I'm so pumped to go through the celebration process once again because
Yeah.
it is a spiritual journey for a Star Wars fan, and I'm just like super like over the moon about all the things I get to do while I'm over there. So I'm just freaking pumped, and I'm excited for our audience to I don't know, like see celebration through our eyes and our
Yeah.
coverage to it that for the people that can't make it. So I'm excited to keep everyone in the loop that's not going. And I'm just excited to also again meet you. It's gonna be great. So yeah, I thought about
Oh,
that today. I was shaving. I was like, next time I shave, it's gonna be probably in Los Angeles. So I was just like, or actually the day
oh,
the morning of or whatever. But I'm like, the next time I shave, it's
yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
So, it's coming down. I'm excited, and
Exactly.
all our audience members, I'm telling you, you are in for a treat this episode. We got a lot in store and down the line coming from Celebration. So get on the train, get on it.
Yeah. It's all happening, is it? It really is. And so this episode specifically, we're talking all things celebration, obviously, but however you're experiencing celebration, whether you're going for one day, the whole day, or you're just watching the live stream, this episode is for you. We're going to be talking about what to expect in terms of announcements, what to expect if you're going, what to expect if you're watching the live, and of course, are we going to see announcements? What sort of announcements are we going to be seeing? And how are Mike and I going to be covering it on the podcast? We're talking all things celebration, so stay tuned because you're going to want to be prepared on May 26th to May 29th for the madness that's about to ensue. So it's crazy. It's crazy. But let's just start it off, Mike, by just talking about how we're actually going to cover the event for the listeners. So to lay it out, I'd say our overarching plan, you can go into more detail, but our overarching plan is so, obviously Mike and I are going to be there for the full 4 days. Every time there's like a massive piece of news. For example, I'm predicting there's going to be an Andor trailer straight away. Look at that, the media pass. I'd get mine out, but it's attached to the board. For example, like an Andor trailer, if that drops, Mike and I from the convention center will straight away record, some coverage on that, post that on YouTube. So make sure you are subscribed to YouTube. Make sure you are there because there's so much extra content coming out there. But of course, we are a podcast. So we have dedicated every single day at Celebration, besides Friday. We'll talk about that in detail in a second. Every day from Celebration, we will be doing a podcast after the day's events from our hotel room, talking about everything that happened, whether it's just like things that happened with me and Mike on the show floor, or some crazy news. Obviously the crazy news will have their own videos, but some of that little stuff that we can't really make a full video on, but we want to talk about it like we usually do on the podcast. So every single day, look forward to a Stars Exchange podcast. Like I said, on the Friday, that's when Kenobi comes out Thursday night, right? So crazy weekend, right? And then on the Friday, we're actually probably going to be doing a live stream talking about Kenobi. So we're not sure if we'll have a celebration podcast, but you guys will catch with the drift, see how it's all going. But yeah, so much coverage coming. Mike, what do you have to say about how we're going to be covering this crazy event?
I already feel overwhelmed just because of all the things they're gonna do. But
Yeah,
honestly, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm always excited. I always come on here and be like, I'm excited because I am. It's talking
we
Star
just
Wars
can't
and
help it.
can't help it.
Yeah.
No, it's like covering Star Wars. My favorite thing, and you know, covering Star Wars with this guy's not all that bad. So it's just like, yeah, let's do it. And celebration is gonna be a lot of fun. Ari and I have been talking for about like a good 2 months now of what we'll be covering and how we will be covering it. And as soon as like the
Yeah.
panels went live, we went through it together as a like checklist. Yep, we're gonna go to that, we're gonna attend this, we're gonna cover that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Ari mentioned, we'll be going into the you know media room. And what's crazy is going in the media room, we see all these people from, and there's Ari's awesome media badge. Look at the media bros. Look at the media bros, just like that. There we go.
Let's go.
Get
How
that
cool.
screenshot. But it's been a journey doing this podcast, and everyone listening is always hitting us up with oh, thank you guys for doing this, and so excited to be listening every week, and we appreciate it. And it's madness, and covering this is, and it's not like Ari and I are going to be covering this like remotely. We're going to be there
No.
together. This is the first time we're meeting.
Yeah.
So it's going to be epic. So the Ari, you asked me what I think of all this coverage, and I think nothing and everything at the same time, because I'm like,
Yeah.
it's going to go how it's going to go. We're going to have our cool plan with it. But what I'm looking forward to most of the thing is meeting you.
Oh, same,
So
bro. Same.
I'm just like, I'm meeting
Yeah.
this guy, and Ari and I are good friends. So I'm just like, I'm so excited to meet Ari and
Yeah.
experience this
Yeah. Yeah.
convention with him, because I've been through it before, and it's an amazing experience.
Oh, yeah.
Like I've said, it's like it's a spiritual retreat for the Star Wars fan, and it's great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all this. I hope everyone listening, I'm telling you, hit the subscribe button now, because you won't want to miss it. Yeah, you'll get
Yeah.
you'll get to see all the trailers and stuff, but we're gonna bring those trailers to life by actually
Yeah.
being at the convention center, and we're covering both our Instagrams. Follow the SW Exchange. We're gonna be posting a lot on
Yeah.
there. It's gonna be pictures of us, but come on, who doesn't want to see
Oh,
us?
yeah.
We'll
Who
be
doesn't?
together. So
I know.
we're tearing this digital wall down. We're gonna be together. We're gonna have fun. And yeah, follow us on all Star Wars, or all underscore Star Wars, the Star Wars Exchange.
Yeah.
Is it the underscore Star Wars Exchange?
No, it's
Or
just Star Wars underscore exchange. Get on both those pages.
get
Man.
them, because it's gonna be unreal. So get on the boat before it leaves. Tune in, because we're gonna be covering all of it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole thing. I'm just excited.
Exactly. I actually cannot wipe the smile off my face because obviously regular listeners will know I'm from Australia, so I'm actually flying internationally for this event, which is crazy. In pretty much 2 days from now, I'm taking off, which is just insane because obviously I'm going to Celebration. I'm actually doing a fair bit over in the US. I'm just excited for my holiday, honestly. And it's all starting with Celebration and meeting this bloke right here, which is crazy. But anyway, but that is how we will be covering it. Things will probably change, that we're gonna have to just adapt to whatever's happening. But yeah, like follow our Instagrams, because hopefully we'll be in a lot of these panels where some crazy stuff will be happening. We'll be filming stuff, so that you won't get as good a digital Celebration experience as you will with us. And even if you are going, when you're in your hotel room, make sure you're watching our videos, because those videos are going to be fantastic. This is going to be some of the best content we will ever make. So just please stay along for the ride with us, because it's going to be fantastic. Okay, so toward the end of the episode, Mike's been to a convention, as he mentioned. He's going to sort of talk you through, some things for the people that are actually going. And I'll talk about some of the things if you're watching the live stream. We'll do that a bit later. Before we touch on that, though, let's actually go through this event. So no matter if you're going or not, what are we going to see here? There's going to be so much. Mike and I just want to sort of go through some of the panels, talk about what we're going to. There's a lot of panels that are great, but like we're not necessarily paying close attention to, just for whatever reason, because you just can't do everything. You simply can't do everything. So there's so much to do.
Nope.
So we're talking about what's caught our eye, what we'll be going to, and just what we think everyone else should pay attention to if you're looking for that news, or just a celebration of Star Wars. It's Star Wars Celebration after all. So yeah. But Mike, it all kicks off on Thursday morning with the Lucasfilm Studio Showcase. Me and you very likely to be in that building. So tell us about this opening panel.
Yeah, first panel of the convention, and surprisingly, it's the most anticipated one that everyone's looking forward to, and I think the most vital one. But they're calling it a must-see showcase. It's they're getting all the Lucasfilm current filmmakers. Like we'll be seeing Deborah Chow up in there, and she's doing the Kenobi series. So we'll be seeing just all everyone that's got a project coming up within the next couple months. And it's they're all going to be gathered, and they're going to be joined by special guests to discuss the many Star Wars adventures coming soon, including Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor, and the Mandalorian. So we might see Diego Luna there. He just did a photo shoot with Vanity Fair with everyone. We might see Ewan McGregor there. Well, he will be at Celebration, so he'll probably be there. Diego Luna, like I said. Who else? Pedro Pascal. Rosario Dawson, like they're just
Rosario.
all gonna
Yep.
be there. So Hayden Christensen. So
Yep.
well,
Yep.
yeah, we'll see. But yeah, don't want to miss that. It's again, Ari said 11 a.m. to 12:30. So this is an hour and 30-minute panel. I don't think I've attended a panel that long during my celebration run so far. So I think
Yeah.
this is pretty one of the lengthier ones. So it's gonna be stacked with all this news. So don't want to miss it. We'll probably get a lot of news. Obviously, we'll get a lot of news here. So make
Yep.
sure you turn on your alarm clocks. Well, actually, yeah, in North America, I'm Central Time, so this would be like 1 p.m. for me. But yeah, to adjust your clocks accordingly, it's gonna be a great time, I think.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And yeah, that I think really that if you're not really interested in celebration, I don't really get the hype. Just watch that. Just watch that panel because I'm telling you, some stuff's gonna happen. I'm predicting Andor trailer definitely. Mandalorian, I think will be in the coming days because they're having their own panel for that. But also, I think there was another description out there that was saying like join Lucasfilm as we talk like about like the future of filmmaking. So I can't guarantee it, obviously, but I think it'll be a lot more than just talking about the shows and all that. So so much coming there. So much coming there. But yeah, this first day there's quite a bit going on. There's also for those interested in publishing, we've got the Lucasfilm publishing panel. So if you're into the Del Rey books, that sort of thing, make sure you're there. Dark Horse, Disney, Lucasfilm, all that stuff. I'm sure there'll be some book announcements potentially. So if you're there, I'm not actually entirely sure. They don't really say which panels they're actually streaming. I mean, I can guarantee you the Lucasfilm showcase will be streamed. But like the sort of kind of smaller ones like this, not too sure. I would guess this one probably isn't. But even if you're at home paying attention to celebration, I'm sure all the news from this panel will go straight up after it. But then Mike, up next, one that we are definitely going to be at because a friend of the show is actually on the panel, Mr. Daniel Jose Older himself. Tell us about the High Republic for Light and Life.
Yes, this panel is also taking place on Thursday. Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday. Oh, so much to expect. This one's gonna
Yeah.
be from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, so 3 to 4 p.m. And obviously it's Pacific Standard Time, so again, adjust your clocks accordingly. And this one's just High Republic, man. I'm excited. It's gonna be moderated by Christina Ariel. She does the High Republic show.
Awesome.
She's gonna be joined by all the High Republic authors: Claudia Gray, Justina Ireland, Daniel Jose Older, our friend, Kevin Scott, and Charles So. Charles So, great guy. Got to have lots of conversations with him at a recent Comic-Con that I went to. Great guy. But yeah, then they're also with Lucasfilm's James Waugh and Michael C. Glane, and they're gonna have an in-depth discussion about all things the golden age of the Jedi. So I'm excited for all that. And they're gonna do a big reveal session where it's gonna be all new announcements and reveals from phase 2, what they're calling Quest of the Jedi. So it's gonna be another very stacked panel, very heavy. Even though they've already released titles and correlating authors, I'm just assuming we're gonna get the full slate of books that they're gonna do for phase 2, maybe the first 2 waves solely, or maybe all these covers too. So I'm excited. Maybe they announce a TV show. We don't know.
Who
But yeah,
knows?
who knows? Who knows?
We're just
Ari,
setting expectations low here.
yeah, we're out of the ballpark. It's just like, yeah, the TV show's coming.
Who knows?
But
Who knows?
I mean, I'm excited for this. Ari, I know you're very excited. You're a big High Republic guy. How much should people have this on the radar first of all, and how much are you looking forward to this?
I mean, as simple as this. If you're a High Republic fan, put this on your schedule. If you're at Celebration, yeah, get in. I'm not sure what stage this is on, but get to whatever stage it is, and I think this panel will be quite a delight. That is for sure. But yeah, so that's sort of all the. Obviously, as we say, there's a lot more going on Thursday. If you want every single last detail, go to stars.com. They've got it all laid out. And I know a lot of the Facebook groups as well have like these spreadsheets of everything happening at Celebration. So if you want to look down at every last detail, go to something like that. But yeah, that's sort of what we think our attention will be toward on the Thursday. Of course, as well, it's just the first day of Celebration. We'll be walking around, meeting people, doing all sorts of stuff. But panel wise and news wise, I think that is where it's at. Moving on though to Friday, quite a quiet day, and I think this has been done on purpose because everyone will have been staying up the night before watching Kenobi. Obviously, 2 episodes coming out, so it could be a late night for everyone at the convention. So news-wise, I don't really think there's any panels that they're going to drop, big bombshells at. However, there is a panel that I think, you know, people should watch, and it might go under the radar, and that is the Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary celebration. And the reason I'm so excited for this is because Mr. Mike Rivera over here was telling me, Chicago, they did the Phantom Menace 20th anniversary panel, and he loved it. So, Mike, tell us about Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary celebration.
Gotcha. Yeah, Phantom Menace one was cool, but I'll give Attack of the Clones its rightful spotlight right now. So, uh, Star Wars.com says the shroud of the dark side has fallen. Join us as we celebrate the 20th anniversary of Star Wars: Attack of the Clones, the movie that not only introduced a lightsaber wielding Yoda, but a coming of age Anakin Skywalker and clones. It also ushered in a new era of digital cinema, which 2 decades later has become an industry standard. Special guests and behind the scenes content will be revealed in this can't miss commemoration of the 2002 epic. This is great. This is great. I'm glad they're
When we lose Mike. I'm sure he's probably still talking to the void, but yeah. Any this is sort of the moments where we really get to celebrate Star Wars. I think Mike's connecting back, but this is celebration as much as we want the news and stuff. Panels like this are fantastic. Mike, I think we've got you back.
yeah, I think I'm back. But yeah, no, this is awesome. I attended the Phantom Menace one at because they're streaming this one on the celebration stage, so it is a big panel. It's the main stage, but it's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
streamed to the Galaxy stage. So
yeah.
I got to attend one of those overflow rooms. Hype. People were hyped when they showed like a sizzle reel of the movie, and then everyone talked. It was a great experience, and I think it's cool to capitalize on milestones like these. So yeah, gonna be something that I'm looking forward to and just pumped. And Ari, I love that you brought up that this panel. First of all, it's 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. and it's later in the day, and
Yeah.
they're giving us a chance to watch Obi-Wan. So I think this is a more quieter day, but this is definitely the event of the day. So
Yeah.
yes,
Well, I mean,
absolutely.
Friday is just going to be the day where everyone's just running around, hopefully freaking out in a positive way about how good Kenobi was the previous night. Because, man, from my personal perspective, I'm already going to be extremely jet lagged, very low on sleep, and then celebrations like, you know what? Yeah, can you stay up till midnight to watch Obi-Wan? I'm just like, oh, you're kidding me. Don't get me wrong, so excited to do it, but I'm gonna need that sleep. So yeah, I'm very glad that they made the next day sort of a quieter day, and also the big panel, which is this 20th anniversary, is later in the day. But yeah, that day will be full of Obi-Wan conversations. I'm sure. But yeah, moving on to the Saturday now. So the third day of celebration, we kick off the day again with a big panel. So Mando plus a conversation with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, and it says in their first appearance of at celebration since the premiere of The Mandalorian, join Favreau and Filoni with special guests for a look back and a look ahead at what's to come. So pretty clearly, I think we're going to see a Mando trailer. I think that's without a doubt. And they'll talk a lot about what's to come. And Mando Plus, interesting title of the panel. I wouldn't be surprised if they sort of talk about the Mandoverse just as a whole in general here. But yeah, Mike, what do you think? Oh, Mike's frozen again. We'll get his thoughts in a sec. Hopefully, if he tunes, if he gets back in. See, this is why I'm so glad we're done with the digital era. We're not done with it, but we will be for at least a week. We can record a hell of a lot of in-person podcasts because technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else. Yeah, I don't know what's happened with Mike, but he looks great here. There we go. Mike, have we got you back? We can't. We can't hear. I've just been telling everyone about how glad we are to be out of the technical difficulties. When we'll be done with the digital podcast for celebration.
It's gonna be a blessing for sure.
All right. Well, I was thinking, should I cut here? But no, I rambled enough to keep it going. So we're talking about Mando Plus. I read out the description, and I was saying how I think we could potentially see a larger discussion that's more than just Mandalorian. I think Mando plus they could talk about the Mandoverse as a whole. What do you think of this panel and that idea?
Yeah, I definitely see them talking about yeah, I like the because when you first said Mando Plus or when I first saw it, I was like, "Ooh, is this a new streaming service now that we got to buy?" But no, it's a
uh,
panel. And yeah, absolutely. Mando Plus. Is that what they're calling the little universe now? Because I would just call it the Mandoverse, but I think I like
yeah,
Mando Plus. It sounds very corporate like. But
that sounds
yeah, no.
very corporate.
Yeah, that would be great. It'd be cool if Boba just came up on stage and it's like it's called Mando Plus, but it's my show now. Like that would be amazing. But no, this is
Yeah,
great. I'm glad that they're dedicating a panel to Mandalorian and its spin-off shows. I attended the very first Mandalorian panel at Celebration, as I told Ari like 100 times already, just because it's that cool. It's like it's that little
yeah.
badge I get to carry because at that panel they blacked out the live stream and they showed only attendees
Mm.
like a 2 minutes of footage and to be
Yeah,
like
I
the
loved that.
first.
As someone watching in the live stream, it was so much fun.
I mean, I felt bad for everybody. I was like, I remember texting some of my friends like, "Well, guess who's out? His guess is actually here."
Yeah.
That I didn't get to see on the live stream, but yeah, like I hopefully maybe they show some exclusive stuff. That would be cool because it's always cool to get that first and then like come
Yeah.
on here and be like, guess what we saw? We saw Salacious Crumb. We saw
Yeah.
IG-88. We saw Death Troopers. Like, that energy is just great. But yeah, this is another panel that I'm obviously looking forward to. Hope they tease enough of season 3 of Mando. Probably see a trailer here, I hope. And especially I would love to see maybe I probably want to get a show announcement, another show announcement for the Mandoverse. But if not, if
Yeah.
they could confirm an Ahsoka release date, that would be great. But I always love taking even though season 3 is on its way, they're saying it's going to be a look back at the previous 2 seasons. Awesome. They're going to celebrate what they've done so far. Awesome. So yeah, I'm excited to see Jean Favreau and Dave Filoni again in the flesh and hear them talk about the wonderful work that they've done.
For sure. And straight after that panel, we go straight into behind the scenes of The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. Why don't you tell us about that one, Mike?
Ooh, yeah. Return to the sands of Tatooine. Never get tired of that. As
Yeah.
members of the visual effects, creature effects, and sound teams pull back the curtain on their work for The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett to meet the
Mhm.
creative challenges put forth by showrunners Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Robert Rodriguez. The team will share how practical puppets, advanced animatronics, CG animation, and cutting edge sound combine to bring the creatures to life. The filmmakers will also illustrate how miniatures continue to play a role in visual effects and explain the latest advancements in virtual production. So the stagecraft that they've been doing, um,
Mm.
and that help pioneer the technology. So lots to get here. It's always cool. This reminds me of like the Disney Gallery episodes where they kind of
Yeah,
like
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
dedicate to that. So getting that there live and we always I mean Ari, when we watched Book of Boba Fett, we were appreciating like those moments that look like practical on a practical scale and some like admiring like the huts and being like, wow, this
Mm.
is great. They look so great. Like look at the visual effects in this. So and we're always talking you I remember we were I remember we always admired the stagecraft technology, but there was
Yeah.
an episode where you were like one time being like, I could feel like it was a little off right there. So it's just funny to like have those
Yeah.
moments and be like, wow, the technology is so good now. So
Yeah.
yeah, and productions like the Batman have used the stagecraft now. Thor: Love and Thunder used it. So
Mm.
it's like, yeah, look at Lucasfilm, another W under the belt. Awesome. Ari, are you gonna stick around for this panel on the celebration stage? What are you doing?
Well, don't get me wrong, I want to see this, but I don't know if it's one I'm going to stick around for. However, I think we might have to. Sorry to lead straight into the next one, but I think we might have to sit in that panel in order to reserve our spot for the next one, which I am
Mm-hmm.
so excited for. And hopefully, it's not a repeat of Forces of Destiny, but Tales of the Jedi is the next panel in the same room on the celebration stage, introducing Tales of the Jedi, an animated anthology of shorts hosted by Amy Ratcliffe with special guest Dave Filoni. I think, oh man, I so hope Tales of the Jedi is not the same as Forces of Destiny. but I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be a fantastic reveal, and me and you are going to be in that room without a doubt, probably reserving our seat during this behind the scenes panel. But man, this is one. This is probably the panel I'm either second or third most excited for. Either this or Bad Batch would be second. Lucasfilm obviously number one. But yeah, are you excited for Tales of the Jedi? This big reveal panel?
Heck yeah, because we have no clue what this is
Yeah,
besides
exactly.
an anthology animated series, just like different shorts or something. And we've,
Yeah,
you and I have pondered enough on what could be, but it's cool that you and I are gonna sit there and experience it together. So yeah, I'm excited to dive in to see what they have next on the animation side, and hopefully they show us maybe like a trailer or something. That would be cool. I like that they've been keeping
sure,
everything
yeah.
close to the belt. That way we can, people on the live stream as well watching be like, oh, cool, they just dropped the trailer. It was so worth it watching.
Yep,
So yeah, hopefully we get a trailer of some sorts.
definitely.
And
Yeah,
you
can't
know
wait for
what
that one.
else? You know what
What
else?
else? Tell us.
That day we got that you and I are kind of looking forward to.
Oh, yep,
We're doing Del Rey. Del Rey.
yeah,
This is Ari and I just covered Star Wars Brotherhood on here, and we're already talking. We already got our uh advanced reader's copy of well, at
mm,
least the digital version of Shadow of the Sith
yep,
upcoming. So
yep,
yeah, we're most likely to attend this Del Rey panel if we're not hungry, because this one's at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and this one's on the Twin Sun stage.
yeah.
And don't I guess maybe they'll stream it. We don't know. They usually stream the Del Rey panels, but yeah, this is gonna be great. They're gonna have Star Wars authors there for deep conversation about Brotherhood, Shadow of the Sith, and Princess and the Scoundrel. Like we said, Brotherhood just came out. We reviewed it. Check it out on our channel. It's a really fun time. But yeah, they're gonna be also teasing Shadow of the Sith. So if you want to see what that's about, check it out. And Princess and the Scoundrel. Now it's gotten some flack on Twitter and made jokes of, but I
Got
think
to
it's
give it
gonna
a
be an interesting.
chance. Got to give it a chance.
Gotta
Yeah.
give it a chance. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I wouldn't say I'm excited for it, but I'm looking forward to reading about Han and Leia's honeymoon and how that all goes. But from the prequels to the original trilogy to the sequel era, there are Star Wars books from Lucasfilm and Del Rey for everyone. This panel is one not to be missed, moderated by Del Rey senior editor Tom Hooler, if I said that right. But yeah, though, I mean, it's a behind the scenes thing. Nothing, I don't think anything will be announced. Just conversations about, maybe Brotherhood and teases to Shadow of the
Mm,
Sith. And if you're a Star Wars, here, bottom line, if you like the books, if you're a reader of Del Rey, join this panel. You won't want to
yeah.
miss it, I think.
Absolutely. Can't wait for that one. We'll probably be in attendance for that. And then that brings us to our final day and the other panel that I cannot wait for because I just rewatched Bad Batch Season 1. Star Wars, The Bad Batch, Season 2, live on the celebration stage. This is the description. Strap in, kid. You're not going to want to miss this view. Join host David Collins as he invites Star Wars The Bad Batch executive producer and supervising director Brad Raw, executive producer and head writer Jen Corbett, story editor Matt, not even going to try and say that second name, actors D.
Mikovits.
Bradley Baker, there you go, Michelle Ang, and Michelle Ang to discuss highlights from the first season of the acclaimed series, as well as some exciting hints of what's to come in season 2. Expect a trailer. That it's going to be more than hints. If it's just hints, I'd be like, "Are you guys serious? You're opening the day with a few hints at Bad Batch."
Right.
There'll be a trailer. I'm almost certain. Don't want to go too hard on it in case it doesn't come true, but I'm pretty sure there'll be a trailer, and I'm sure many tidbits, and I can't wait for this. Honestly, the thing I'm most excited for is to hear when is this show actually going to come out because I want to watch the second season of this badly, and it's been more than a year since the first season premiered, so yeah, could definitely use some more Bad Batch ASAP. Can't wait for it. This is actually off topic, Mike. You can reply to this, but I was thinking, how are they going to fit like 16 weeks of the schedule in for Bad Batch? What if they released episodes like four in a week for a month, 4
Huh.
episodes 1 week for it. I just think that would be good. I don't know, like that's like a movie a week of Bad Batch for a month. Would love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a complete side note, but tell us about this panel and what do you say to my release theory? It's not a
Release
theory, it's more
theory.
of an idea.
Release idea sucks. Just straight off the
Expected
bat.
that.
You're welcome. In terms of the panel, yeah, I'm excited. I haven't, yeah, there hasn't been a Bad Batch panel yet, obviously, because of
Yeah,
the pandemic, and Celebration last year was postponed. So
yeah,
it's gonna be cool attending this. I've attended a Clone Wars panel, a Rebels panel, and Bad Batch is just gonna bring everything full circle, I think. But
hell
yeah,
yeah, hell yeah,
I would be willing to bet, not that I have $100 to bet, but I'd be willing to bet that $100 that we're gonna get a trailer. What I'm not so sure about is getting a release date for the show, because they're always iffy about their,
oh boy,
Lucasfilm and their
yeah,
release dates. It's a top secret over there, so not too sure that we'll get a release date. I hope we do. It'd be dumb not to. But yeah, I
yeah,
wouldn't be willing to bet on that. And yeah, I hope we they also show us I guess, confirm some things from season one if they can, like any fan theories. I feel like the moderator usually pokes fun. So, especially David Collins. David Collins is like is class, and he worked on the series as like sound effects. And
mm, yeah,
so yeah, great guy, great guy. But I feel like I love when the moderator pokes fun at like some fan theories or circles around. Like I want to hear about like that debate with Crosshair and the chip in his head. Like let him bring that up and stuff.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this panel. I want to go back to your release thing. If it does end up releasing this year, if they did 2 episodes a week, like how Rebels did for a while, I would not.
yeah,
I would be all for that. Being like, all right, we've
yeah,
got enough Star Wars this week. We could eat for two this week. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But in terms of releasing four, that would be some. But
I mean,
yeah,
just if they want to speed up, because I was like, well, maybe they'll just drop the whole season at once just to get it out there. But then I was like, but they still want to have that episodic release, like for I don't know. That's just how I
well,
landed on that.
Lucasfilm would. I'm sure Lucasfilm and everybody are like, yeah, let's just drop it all at once, and then Disney
Yeah,
executives can't do that. You can't do that.
yeah,
You gotta get that Disney Plus subscriber money. But yeah, I can't believe this is all the way till Sunday, like the last day of
yeah.
Celebration. I was thinking maybe, Boba Fett and behind the scenes of it, or Tales of the Jedi, but this is the
Mm.
last one. So they're gonna keep us waiting. Yeah, this one's streaming at 11 a.m. So set your clocks. This is only an hour long. I'm pumped for Bad Batch. Let's go. I want to see that trailer on that big screen. So there we go.
Definitely, yeah. And then one of note, just a panel to note down is they're doing a Siege of Mandalore screening, which doesn't sound interesting at all. However, like there was, I think either at the start or the end of the screening, Filoni will be there with a few Clone Wars people. I don't know if they're going to announce anything, but one to just keep your eye on just in case of anything. But
Yes.
then, of course, we finish up with the closing ceremony, which I mean, I really want to go to this because I want to see where the next celebration is going to be. I want to be in the room when they announce that it's coming to Australia. No, I'm joking. That is not going to happen.
Imagine.
But I'm interested to see where it is because I don't know if I'm going to make the next celebration. Like, I'm just
Oh,
curious. So we'll see. We'll see. Chicago, New York, Colorado. I don't know where they'd go, or Florida. They've done. I'd be interested. Hopefully, they keep it in the United States. I think that would be a good idea.
hey, Chicago's open. Chicago's open once
Yeah.
again. Come back.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, so interested to see that. But that's pretty much all the panels right there that we think are, you should note down. There's a lot more, like for example, Ian McDermott's doing his own panel, Anthony
Yeah.
Daniels is doing his own panel. Definitely watch those, definitely attend those if you can. I don't think they're gonna be dropping any big bombshells or anything, but well, for sure. I remember watching the live stream, watching Anthony Daniels panel and loving it. So highly recommend tuning into that no matter where you are. But Mike, you are a celebration attender. You have gone to one. You're not the the craziest expert out there, but I'll give it to you. You've been to one of them.
I'm
um,
sorry, I haven't gone to two previously, like some people, but yeah.
um, but yeah. So just tell the people that are going. Obviously this is a little redundant to those who aren't, but listen anyway because it's good advice for if you ever do go to one. What is there to expect? Is there anything that you need to say? What's the one thing you would say to someone who's going for the first time, or someone like you're saying, remember last time this happened? Remember to do this. Like, just what's your
Yeah.
advice?
Advice would be, make sure first and foremost, make sure you carry a book bag with you, full of stuff that you're gonna need. I mean, these are obviously like human necessities. Like you're gonna need some water, you're gonna need some
Yeah,
snackaroos because you will be in panels being like, man, I wish I could go get a hot dog right now, but you
yeah,
can't because Dave Filoni's about to drop the Bad Batch trailer. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So but in reality, it's expect to have a good time, expect to be blown
Mm,
away, and definitely if this is your first time going, make sure, well, we just gave you the rundown, but make sure you go to starwars.com and check out the full panel list because you'll
mm.
want to make sure you're making most of your time. But even it's already an experience walking the convention floor and seeing like all these like people in wonderful cosplay, being like even the most obscure characters. I'm sure there's gonna be like not that Omega's obscure, but it's
Yeah, yeah.
it's like, oh my god, it's some Omega
It's like you're not
cosplay.
gonna see an Omega cosplay at many Comic Cons. This is like,
No. No, I
Star Wars
was
Celebration is the place for that.
right, and I was even surprised when I saw Cantobite police officers. I was like, I'm taking a picture with them because I was just like, well,
Yeah,
who thought let's just, and those older guys, like it's like who guys in
yeah,
retirement, 70 years old, like let's dress up as the Cantobite police. Like it's just the
hilarious.
funniest thing. But
Yeah,
it's just be prepared to be wowed as well. Like you'll just be walking and run into like some Star Wars people that you might know. Like when I ran into Andy Gutierrez and also no, why am I
Anthony
blanking?
Carboni.
Oh my gosh, Anthony Carboni,
Oh,
who
come on, Mike. I'm holding
I
that
know
against you.
he's gonna hold that against me because I've been
Yeah,
campaigning for them for their Star
no,
Wars return. They're
we
just
love
like
them both.
we love them both. They're so much.
Mm,
They're genuine people. Like they're awesome. And there's other Lucasfilm people walking the convention floor. Matt Martin, like he's part of the Lucasfilm Star Group. So, and I got to have a great conversation with Leland Chi,
mm.
who's a legend at Lucasfilm, and he was great. So yeah, my advice would be ready to take everything in. It's a very tiring experience as well. At the end, you and your friends are like, oh, let's go out here, let's go out there. At the end, you're tired, and especially that if you're going all 4 days, it's like, nope, you gotta go straight to bed and be prepared for the next day because you need that energy. But yeah, attending the panels, it's its own experience. I didn't attend many panels back then because they had a lot, and I was just like, I just want to walk the convention floor and like bump into
Yeah,
people and like
yeah.
see all these familiar people. And
Mm.
but like the panels I did attend were all like the big ones. And I remember for one day I was in an entire stadium for the entire day from 10 a.m. all the way to like 5 p.m. in that entire, just sitting there experiencing the first panel I think was the Mandalorian. Then we got some filler panels, just like fun Q&As, like a fun party one. It was just like, oh, we're sitting here, they're keeping us entertained while we're waiting for our seats, for saving our seats for like Clone Wars and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah,
And it was just such an experience. And I'm telling you, if you guys are going to Star Wars Celebration, be prepared to have the most fun. When it ends, the post-con depression will hit you. Like it will
yeah.
hit you, and you're like sad that it's over. And the way the last one wrapped up, it was the 20th anniversary for Phantom Menace, and the final song that they played was what Aunt Augie's March
Like the
Parade or
anthem
something.
at the end of the yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Dun,
the
dun, dun,
theme.
dun, 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 dun. That one.
Uh, it's at the
Yeah,
end of Phantom Menace, and
yeah.
I would play that and repeat weeks after. So yeah, be prepared to just have a great time. Ari and I will be there, so if you want to say hi to us, come up and say hi.
Come say hi.
We'll
We're like, don't think you're annoying us. I don't think anyone wants to say hi to me. Everyone wants to come meet Mr. All Star Wars over here. So if you do see me and Mike wandering around, come and say hi to him because yeah, no, we're happy to talk to everyone and anyone. If you're a listener of the podcast, it would mean a lot to us if you did come and tell us that because we're excited to meet everyone. We got a lot of friends going. Obviously, we're excited to meet. But yeah, if you see us walking around, don't feel like you're bothering us. Come say hi. We'd love to meet any and everyone. And of course, Mr. All Stars here is going to have
Mr.
a
All
few
Stars.
bodyguards on him because he's going to have that many people surrounding him. But
No.
yeah,
Yeah, it's I can't, Ari, as a Star Wars fan, like I'm excited to go as a creator and cover all this and stuff, but as a
mm,
fan, I'm just like, Ari right now, Ari and I are actually doing like a Star Wars marathon just to like
yeah,
get back
yeah,
into the roots of Star Wars, just because we've been so busy like covering and podcasting every week that we it's like sometimes we have to go outside and touch some grass, and the grass is a Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
So we got to go back to our roots and be like, hey, I remember
exactly.
why I fell in love with Star Wars, and watching, Ari watched some Rebels the other day. But yeah, it's Star Wars come to life. As I said on a previous podcast episode, um, Star Wars isn't like sports where you can actually go attend the games every week and
Yeah.
meet the players every day and take pictures with them. Like it's different for Star Wars
Mm.
fans, and this is your chance to
This is
go
the
out there,
chance.
meet the players, meet the people who make these projects,
Mm.
and all the amazing cosplayers just add to the experience. But and when you walk around, like they have these shops set up, like the comic experience, like they have all the shops set up where you could go and walk around. It's just fun doing that because you're with, like, I'll be walking with my friends, and it's just like people that I haven't seen in a while, or like first time meeting Ari, and just walking around, and we're like at a store somewhere, but it's just like all things
Mm.
Star Wars, and walking around and just bumping into the casual, like, oh my god, it's like, as we just mentioned, it's David Collins. So it's like, oh
Yeah.
my god, it's David Collins is walking around, or Dave Filoni. It's
Mm.
oh man, I can't even, it's this experience is so wonderful that I can't even like encapsulate it in like a sentence or two. Like it's just
Yeah.
that powerful. And I've tried to tell Ari and convey it to him and show pictures and
Yeah.
videos, but nothing does it justice to this event. So
Yeah. You gotta
if
go. You gotta be there.
you got to be there. But if they've
Yeah.
not, seriously watch those live streams. When I haven't been able to attend, the live streams itself were like fun. I would play them and experience. It was like if I was there. But as we said, if you wanna the other corners, the other edges that are not seen on the broadcast on the StarWars.com YouTube channel, follow us because we're showing you
Yeah.
everything behind the scenes and stuff and how everything's going. And to this day, I get comments, thanking me. Oh my god, I was so sad I wasn't able to go last time, but I saw your story and you cover like every
Mm.
aspect of it, and I felt like I was walking the convention floor with you, and I
Yeah.
that has meant everything. And last time Ari just made a joke like, "Oh, Mr. All Star Wars." There was people coming up to me saying, "Oh my god, I follow your page, like so awesome." I was like, "Oh, thank you." And some of those people, asked for pictures, and I was like, "Picture with me?" I was like, "Sure." It was just so awkward
Yeah.
for me because I didn't know what to do, but it
Yeah.
was it was a surreal experience. And yeah, meeting you guys is everything because I'm like, I just do this for fun, but there's people on the receiving end, listening to this podcast, following our pages, that like they just have a different reaction to them. So the fact that we'll all be under the same roof, come say hi to
Yeah.
Ari. How many times do you see an Australian man walking in a Star Wars convention? Like, come say hi
Yeah.
to us, So
Yeah.
there's my
Exactly.
take.
And we're not doing like a meetup or anything, but if you do want to meet us, like a lot of the panels we said we will probably be there. I know one event we will go to is like the lightsaber meetup on the Thursday. So if you want, that's a good chance to come there. But also, feel free to just message us and say, "I'm going to be at Celebration today. Would love to say hi." And we're happy to coordinate, let you know what we'll be up to, and you can come find us. So obviously message Mike, myself, the podcast page, whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah, we are down to meet all of you. But speaking of so, that lightsaber meetup, that's one of many events happening outside of Celebration. Mike and I aren't going to go to a lot of them. Obviously, we're so busy there as it is. But if you are interested in going, a lot of the events cost there's an entry fee. But have a look into them because a lot of them look like a lot of fun. And if we had more time, I'm sure we'll be going to them. But yeah, so have a look into all that sort of stuff. Because obviously haven't been to Celebration, but I've just been told nightlife is great. So get around it, and even like if you don't want to like pay to get somewhere, from what I've heard, you can go to like the hotel lobbies across the road from the convention. A lot of fans hang around there if you're looking to have some interaction. So when the convention closes, there's still a lot to do if you're looking for that. So be sure to do that, I guess. But
And
yeah,
and,
Mike,
and
what do you have to say on that?
yes, do that. Because I didn't get to do that last time. I just
Mm.
to be fair, it was in April here, and
Yeah,
we had one day where it was like sunny, and then the next day was cloudy and cold, and then one time it snowed, and I think that was the first. I don't even think Denver, Colorado had snow at their celebration. I think it was outside during the summer, but I think this was like the first celebration with like a ton of snow that we got. And all the 501st, they brought out all their snowtroopers There's no trooper division, and they
That's
took the
epic.
coolest pictures. So
Yeah.
if you're going to celebration, go outside. That's my one also
Mm.
advice because I didn't do that. Because again, it was cold. And I just went home after because I was so
Yeah.
tired. But one of the things I was like, well, actually, I had someone that I was there with. They actually came over to my house and it was just fun hanging like outside the convention center with other people. So do that. Because yeah, Ari and I are going to lightsaber stuff. I'm excited to do stuff this time. And by the way, if you go to local bars, eateries, all the Star Wars cast and crew
Yeah.
are hanging out in them because it's like, and they're all staying at nearby hotels, and that's what they're doing. So make sure to do that because I was following all these podcasters and stuff. Actually, I think it was Noah Outlaw who
No
we've had
outlaw.
on the
Yep.
show.
Yep.
He like met Dave Filoni or whatnot.
Yeah.
At
He was telling us about that.
he
Yeah.
met Dave Filoni at like some bar or something, and I was like insane. So explore that nightlife. And while Ari and I are not ready to reveal what we're doing, as something around celebration, we will soon, and that's gonna be fun. I think, right, Ari?
Yeah, yeah. No, for sure. And I was just looking at the weather now. Like, weather is looking great. So, Michael was just saying it was real cold when it was in Chicago. Over here, stay out and about. Weather's beautiful, and yeah, get around
Yes.
it. I'm personally so excited to get out of the bloody Australian winter and get into the Los Angeles summer. Looking forward to
Oh,
that.
stop! It's just he's in autumn right now, and he's calling it winter. He's calling it
Well, it's
winter.
cold. What can I say?
All right, fair.
um,
I've only been in winter for like 8 months, but that's cool.
Yeah,
No,
no.
just not that
Well,
long.
whatever. That's the Chicago life you chose. That's what you get. No. But yeah, the final thing I just want to touch on is, Mike mentioned it before, the live stream. If you're not going, watch the live stream. Even if, because a lot of people like, if you're in Australia, I understand it is so hard to go. I mean, I only just turned 18, but even still, like, it's hard to get there. So, and same if you're in Europe or wherever you are in the world. Tune into the live stream. Honestly, it's worth staying up for. Even when I was a bit younger, I would stay up and watch the live streams. It's so much fun because it's constant. There's so much going on that they can't just take it like an ad break. They don't do that. They just go all out, nonstop. Panels, live stage, interviews, everything. It's crazy. They'll take cameras around the convention floor, and you will feel like you're there. It's awesome. So if you can't make it, or it's not up your alley, tune into the live streams. It's so much fun. There's not much more to say. Make sure you know like the schedule, everything like that. Figure it out for yourself. And yeah, have a blast. And I remember I've been listening to so many podcasts lately of people talking about celebration just to get me in the mood. But people were saying that sometimes that they would like plan out their 4 days and they weren't even going. They were just sitting down watching the live and they just plan their 4 days around it. That's what I would used to do, and it's fantastic. It's fun. So whether you're going or not, celebration, it's just around the corner. This is Mike, I cannot believe this is the last episode we're recording until we meet each other. Just insane to think. And
This
our first
last.
episode will be episode 25. So 25 episodes. There you go. Love it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a milestone right there.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, this is our last one. Yeah, well, guys, it's crazy because I'm meeting this guy at Celebration, but he's also coming to Chicago later on. So we're
Sure am.
gonna do not so proper videos and just improper and just like have
Mm,
conversations and other things. So I'm excited for all that. And yeah, this is crazy. The last episode before we meet.
yeah.
Insane, insane.
Yeah, so much coming. As Mike said, yeah, like we'll be in person for celebration, then bit after celebration, and also down in Chicago, and I'm actually going to be in the US for a while, which is cool because I'm gonna have to experience. You know what annoys me? Obi-Wan's coming out while I'm there, right? While I'm in cozy Australia, the episodes come out at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Beautiful timing. I'm going to be on the East Coast, and man, I don't know if I can wait up till 3 a.m. for an episode. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do all that. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
now
gonna
you know how it
experience what it's
feels.
like to be in the US, where most of the people are usually when they're watching it. So pretty
Yeah.
crazy. I cannot wait. Mike cannot wait. Celebration. Anything else to say before we wrap it up?
Be ready. I feel like we're even underselling what we're doing. What
Exactly.
what all this is, but just be ready for the storm. If you thought last week was crazy with the whole photo shoot thing, it was
Oh,
like Oh my God! Look, Ari told me this while that came out. I had just woken up. He was awake already. He was going to sleep, and then all this dropped. And he's like, you know, some days when you're a creator, it's not so fun because you just have to cover every. And we're still covering every like all
Yeah.
some details that came out from
I
those
still haven't
interviews.
finished.
I s-
I'm not gonna finish until I'm in the US posting about that magazine. Oh
Same
my
here
god.
until I
Yeah.
leave, and yeah, and this is just gonna be insane. For both of us, it's gonna be hard. Not only balancing, uh, our time with just being a Star Wars fan, being at this convention, so our like
Yeah.
personal time, but also, covering it on YouTube, also
Mm,
covering it for our Instagram pages, and also throwing a live stream in there, and
yeah.
also throwing all the Kenobi, which is a different a different field of what we kind of
Yeah.
normally do, and it's just like wow. So it's a lot. I feel overwhelmed a little, and I feel like we're underselling a lot of what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But like I said, hit that subscribe
Yeah.
button,
Just
like this
wait until it
video,
comes. It's gonna be insane. Yeah.
be here because it's
Yeah.
it's gonna be insane. And yeah, we're meeting someone cool, and we can't wait to show you who. So
Yeah. I
that's
mean, many people, but yeah, a few in particular that are gonna be
yeah.
very, very fun to talk about.
You see,
That's for sure.
we're underselling it because I forgot about that, and we're doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Exactly. Well, all will be revealed. Can I just say, I know Mike's about to, say all the plugs, but please follow both of us on Instagram, all_styles for Mike, styles_exchange for me. I'm going to be posting about my whole journey going over to the US in celebration. Mike will be doing the exact same thing. So follow us for all of that. And even like as soon as we meet up, obviously we'll spend time together and stuff, but we'll whip up a live stream like, guys, look, we're together. So all that
yes,
sort of stuff, like
yes,
that'll probably be on Instagram. We might do 1 or 2 YouTube lives. We'll see how we go. But yeah, it's
yes.
insane. It's insane.
It's insane. This is the longest outro, or how we're kind of like just like hesitating to just do the outro because this is our last.
I just want to keep. I
eh,
could talk about celebration all day. Yeah,
yeah, same here. And oh, it's within our grasp. It's something that we've been counting down since like
yeah,
March, because that's when they like officially like we're doing this. It's in May, so just
yeah,
long time coming. And yeah, yeah, I didn't even think about that, doing the live streams. As soon as Ari and I link up live stream, be like, yo, what's up? Or
yeah,
one of the first times, or during the first hour or whatnot. We'll see. But man,
yeah.
just
So
excited.
happens.
Bring hand sanitizer, by the way. You will need it. Just forget the pandemic too. It just in general, it's just you're shaking a lot of hands if you even do that.
Mm,
So it's just yeah,
yeah.
be
Mate, one
be
tip though:
prepared.
don't shake someone's hand and then immediately sanitize in front of them
Kind of rude.
because
Kind of
it's a
rude.
little bit rude.
A little bit rude, but yeah, I
Unless
mean,
unless you don't like the person, then go for it.
yeah.
But
Or fist bump.
uh,
Yeah, fist bump. I've been fist bumping when
yeah,
I went to the last Comic Con. Everybody was just fist bumping, so that's cool.
yeah,
But yeah, listen, we have social media handles that you guys have to follow. You have to be following Star Wars underscore exchange. You have to be following the SWE exchange on
it's a
Instagram.
necessity.
It's a necessity, and all
Yeah,
underscore Star Wars. You just
yeah,
have to. Our journey is going to be documented, so you need to be following. I cannot express that
mhm,
enough. You only get to see a bit here on YouTube. We're gonna be posting everything on our stories, and the SW Exchange account will serve more of like documenting. Yeah, yeah, I'm saying that right. It's just
nice
I have
word.
stuffy nose. Documenting me and Ari's experience at Celebration. You guys would just enjoy it because we enjoy it, you guys, and we enjoy doing this podcast. So it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah,
But anyways, that about wraps it up for the episode. If you haven't
yeah,
already, please tell us what you're excited about Celebration. Is it a particular panel? Are you just excited to see
yeah,
all the
yeah.
hosts doing the live stream? Are you attending Celebration? What are you most looking forward to? What aspect? Tell us in the comments. We always love commenting back with you guys and just creating conversation. Be part of the conversation and subscribe to the Star Wars Exchange, because, like we said at nauseum already, it's gonna be a freaking fantastic weekend. This is our last video before we actually link up and everything. So this is the preview show, or
Crazy.
this has been the preview show. If you're
Yeah,
listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, make sure you subscribe and leave us a rating and review. That would help us out a ton. Ari, any last words?
Oh, I can't believe that next time we're doing this podcast we're together. I can't get over it. But I mean, I had last words, but I've already forgotten. But I'm just so excited. I'm so excited, guys. We'll see you in a few days in person, and yeah, that's my last words.
My last words are, bring it on.
Bring it on.
That's it. All right, for the Star Wars Exchange.
Actually, sorry, I just remembered my last words. Apologies for the technical difficulties earlier with Mike dropping out. Mike, I can't wait for you to listen back just to see how I handled it, and you can tell me if I handled it well or not.
I'm very embarrassed.
But that's not going to be happening next time, will it? Nah, they're
No.
sick of it. They don't care anymore.
They don't care anymore. All right. For the Star Wars Exchange, I'm Mike. That's
this way.
Yeah, this way.
Yeah,
Am I doing it right?
No, the other way.
Other way.
Yeah, that way.
This way. Say who you are.
Oh dear. All right, fair enough. You know what? I'm cutting this off. See you later, guys. May the force be with you.
Adios.